everybody. Smash the like button.
Hey, GM, everybody. Welcome to the Web3 Breakfast. This is W3BC Radio X for the next 15 minutes or so. And so let's get the crowd warmed up. Let's get the room filled up. Make sure you guys repost the space out. If you are watching the live stream, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure, if you are watching on X, you smash the heart. And don't forget to repost it out, tag some friends, send them on, say, let's go. We're going to have a great conversation today. It's obviously Friday. We can talk about things that happened this week. Also, it is Friday. So we're going to go through our pizza orders at the end of the show. So bring your appetite. We'll be with you in a little bit. For now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey, all right, here we go. Guys, I'm just putting on the electronic playlist over on Audius. So if you like anything that you're hearing, you're seeing, you can just get on over to Audius and check the artists that you're seeing. This is Sammy and Lisa. Strobe, Gladigal. City Lights, baby. Let's go. GM, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you smash the like button. If you are listening in the space, go down to the bottom right, hit the purple pill or the multiplier. Bring some more people in here. This is the Friday weekend review / pizza party, all sorts of fun stuff. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Show starts at 9.
Step inside, I turn the lights on. Way too high, no, I can't lie down. Way too high, so I can't lie down. Time to turn up, gotta turn the lights down. Got some pop in my couch, put that shit on her blouse. Every time we turn up, gotta turn the lights down. Got some pop in my couch, put that shit on her blouse. Look, I'm still that brother, come and direct. Pulling with me, you can bring her up to my set. The hate shit is getting easier to die. I take steps forward while them brothers trying to sidestep. High tech, floating in my cup, it got me flying. Mileage, moving on the road, I can't lie in enlighten. I'ma give my thanks to the highest, the work rate is lightning. The whole team been shining, so brother, what you telling me? I'm fully lit, I'm never going back to selling green. Ever. The VIP's the only time I'm on the registry. Making bangers, only thing that's on the resume. The VIP's the only time I'm on the registry. Making bangers, only thing that's on the resume. Boombox style! Just came back from the baker, still sipping it straight, no chaser. Baby girl, you know that we out for the paper, tell the back, see you later. And my guys in a fancy burst, you try to hate on the kissing nuts. You get blazed, or I might get murked. I came back and I start putting that work. Hey, tell your brothers calm down. I'ma bring my dogs out. When you hear us dark sounds, I get a brother cast out. If you started, gotta finish it with me. I don't wanna hear no lies, no mysteries. I know they're gonna love the vibe on this street, yeah, on this street, on this street. They call me the trendsetter, verified go-getter. I've been that dark breader, just up in that Margiela. I make a heart shatter, climbing up the Lord's ladder. Don't wanna talk matters, I'm just trying to court a badders. Always been on go on the wine, pressing on these brakes. Brother, I can't go for bro, so I'ma get it anyway. Always hitting up my phone, bitch, give me my time of day. Had to get it on my own, only way I made a name. Just came back from the baker, still sipping it straight, no chaser. Baby girl, you know that we out for the paper, tell the back, see you later. And my guys in a fancy burst, you try to hate on the kissing nuts. You get blazed, or I might get murked. I came back and I start putting that work.
Hey, GM guys, we'll be with you in about 4-ish minutes, something like that. My name is Jay Chains. This is Web3 Breakfast, W3BC Radio X, coming at you. Show starting a little bit. Let's go.
Still care if you don't. It's alright.
Yo, yo, yo. There it is, guys. Good morning. All right. So that's kind of like the look and feel of how things are going to go moving forward. You guys know, changing the content flow and starting next week. So we're going to do the W3BC Radio X in between a bunch of shows throughout the day. The programming starts at 8:45 with this 15 minutes of music. Sometimes we'll have DJ Carey spinning some music. Sometimes we'll have our guest DJ sets coming in here. All sorts of fun we're going to be planning with that. So that's part of the plan moving forward. So I hope you guys really enjoy that. And it really helps, me collaborate with more people on different fronts, again, with music. And then as the day goes on, we'll be doing different programming. Again, so the 4 p.m. show that I've been doing is now going to slide into a different part of the day. It's just be a little bit more condensed. And this way, another thing I want to do is give people in our community the opportunity to collaborate more. One thing I know is that 9 a.m. is very hard for a lot of people to be at a show. And so with the extended kind of day a little bit, I think it offers more opportunities for people to fit something in at a time, that wasn't, traditionally just the 9 to 10 like Web3 Breakfast is doing. So that being said, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you smash the like button on your way in. Make sure you tap the heart if you are watching the stream, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. And if you are in the space, if we've got a space going and you feel like chit-chatting, come on up to the stage. Raise your hand. That's the whole point of the space, is to really chat as a community and have some fun. So it is Friday. We will do pizza orders at the end of the show. So I hope you brought your appetites. All right, let's go through some house cleaning. Last night, my wife and I went down. We had a little date night before we went down to the ABC, but the Atlanta Blockchain Center, something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. But we finally pulled the trigger, made it happen. It just so happens that last week I had been down there to do some planning for the Bitcoin pizza party on May 22nd with the Pizza DAO that we're going to have it at the ABC again this year. And so, we were talking, and then we set another follow-up date for yesterday morning, or I'm sorry, Wednesday morning. And so when we got there, we were talking, and Thursday nights they have a panel discussion every Thursday night about some kind of crypto thing with educational, undertones too, and all that stuff. And last night was no different. So come to find out, they were doing a VeChain session, and I happen to know a lot about VeChain, pretty well connected and plugged into what's going on over there. And so if you guys watched the live stream, we had a chance to chat, and I gotta tell you, it really went a lot better, and it was much cooler than I thought it was going to be. Not that I'd had expectations or anticipation of it not being fun or good, but like when you really think about how it all worked out, where people from the crowd and the community had voices and opinions, and we passed the mic around and had a really good time, and really a lot of thought-provoking comments and really smart people in that group. And so something I'm really looking forward to building is my local presence here in Georgia. And so I will be at the ABC quite a bit more often. I know that we share the same ethos. It's, really the advancement of blockchain education and bringing really Atlanta into the forefront. The mission was making it a top 10 hub, but I really think, why not make it a top 5 hub here in the States, right? Miami is fun. Everybody loves it, but it's kind of played out, and it's kind of cost prohibitive for most people. So we've got to find some other options. And, this is just it's a little bit more centrally located. So why not? Why not pump things up here in Georgia for blockchain and crypto? So that's the goal. I'll be doing that a lot more, going there. Also, tonight, guys, if you are local, if you happen to be listening and you are local, or you know someone that is, tonight at Rudy's Sourdough Pizza in Smyrna, Georgia, from 7 to 9 p.m., we are kicking it old school, and we are doing a crypto meetup. A crypto meetup over at Rudy's Sourdough Pizza. As you know, it's Friday, so why not do it? So I'm starting. This is the inaugural last Friday of the month. It's funny how when I say it, it's the first last Friday of the month pizza crypto meetup. But so that's tonight. So if you guys are in the area or know somebody is, please come by. We got a lot of people that were at the session last night that said that they were coming. Had a really good time meeting a tremendous group of folks last night. So let's go. All right, guys, remember, if you are in the crowd and you want to talk in the space, please raise your hand. Don't be afraid. You are good to go. I'm going to start going through some market stuff because as you know, we have had some really good activity in the last little bit. The crypto markets are up. If we go to Coin Market Cap and let me see here. Coin Market Cap. Give me uno momento. Let's see. We want to share the screen. Present. Share screen. Boom. There it is. All right. So Coin Market Cap. We have got a 2.55% raise in the ecosystem today. Love to see that. I know we'll look up at some of the other charts, but I know that I put altcoin season loading in the title. There's a lot of people talking about altcoin season, but you got to remember two things have to happen. Two minimum guarantee have to happen in order for an altcoin season. We need dominance to drop and we need the others chart to pop. Okay. That's what we need. And we'll look at those. Why not we look at them right now? Share this tab instead. Here is the others chart, and we are on the 30-minute. We should get off of that. Let's look at the daily. Scrunch this sucker down so you can see it a little bit better. Here we go. Things are moving. Things are moving up, absolutely, but dominance is not doing anything different. So we'll scrunch our dominance chart. So you can see there's been, some historical periods where we see big drops in dominance. And that's what we need to kick off an alt season. But we are not there yet. Let me turn off the leapfrog indicator, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw my post yesterday. Nailed another one. Nailed another trade with that leapfrog. Lethal. Okay. So we've got Bitcoin dominance at 64.38. So kind of topped out from where we are kind of been visiting, right? I know we've had a push into the 64s. Didn't quite make it to 65, I don't believe. Let's zoom in just to make sure. I don't believe so. Nope, here's 65 right there. So we were just shy of it. However, the one thing I want to talk about with you guys is let's zoom this out. Okay, Blocky and I talked about this a little bit the other day on the show, and I just want to reiterate this point. Okay, look, this is historical stuff. And when we think about Bitcoin dominance, one thing you got to remember this now, for a while, Bitcoin was the only player in town, and there wasn't really an altcoin season. And so at one point, believe it or not, I guess it would make sense, right? That Bitcoin dominance was 100%. And then as altcoins started to filter in, that dominance started to go down naturally. But in periods of high peak performance of crypto, like we're coming into right now, we might see that dominance spike and drop. And so look at this. These 3 times in history right here that we touched the 70s. I think this is our crucial metric, 70% dominance, right? Since the inception of altcoins. So right here, 1, this happened. This peaked out in December of 2017. Everybody remembers that bull run. And then boom, look what happened. Kapowski. This thing dropped like a rock, like 45%, 46%. Okay. And another time, here we go. We hit 70 again. This was back in September of 2019. Well, what happened? What happened here? We got a 20% drop. Not as good as the first time, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Well, what happened to this next time? Very similar to our first time. And when was this? Oh, December of 2020. Got you. So dominance dropped. Oh, about another 46%. I see we're starting to trend here. So when we hit 70, we hit a nice little drop ski. Now, we do know we had our nice little drop here in November, which everybody was foaming at the mouth. And I think that gave us the encouragement and the excitement of altcoin season, the taste, right? Little entree, the appetizer, if you will. But not nearly the big show. What we need here, I believe, is to come back up to the 70% range. Now, let's do this. For the sake of, a lot of people are talking that the bull run is going to be over by the end of 2025. So here is a straight line down. Why is it not straight? There we go. All right, so this is the end of 2025 right here, this line. So that means we have between now and the end of the year to hit that 70 mark, right? If we think that this should happen. But realistically, this should probably be happening between now and it's sometime in this box, right? I've got August, but let's say, I mean, for the sake of arguing, I know a lot of people have said July, quarter three, the second half of the year, we're going to start to see some fireworks happen, right? Okay. That being said, that gives us, let's mark July now. So the end, well, let's do the beginning of July. Okay, so we could take this box, just get rid of it. Okay, so that means we've got between now and this line, really, if we want to see an altcoin season in the second half of the year, again, remember, we don't need Bitcoin price to drop. I'm not saying Bitcoin price needs to drop because historically we've seen dominance shoot up and, dominance go down, but the price still goes up. I mean, that happened in November and December as well. So one thing to know is that I'm not saying that we need the price of Bitcoin to go down. We just need the dominance to go down. So that means that we've got between here and here to peak out at that 70 so that we can start dropping like a rock so altcoins can do what they got to do. But again, that's the recipe for altcoin season. That's what we need. Dominance needs to go down. And then we need this chart to go on a tear like you've seen this time here. I mean, that's not terrible. We got this circled back here. So you can see, like, this is what we need. We need the others chart, which, again, this is the entire crypto market cap of all the altcoins, right? Because you're excluding the top 10. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, USDT, USDC, all that stuff. Nothing in the top 10 is excluded, is included on this chart. And so that's what I'm excited about. There we go. All right. Okay, so that is a quick little look into what we need for an altcoin season. Let's take a look at our crypto bubbles chart. What are we looking at on the bubbles chart? It's interesting to see the BSV and the Pengu this is just the top 100, right? So let me look at the chat here really quick. What's that? Oh, let's do our gold counts, our metal counts here. Mike Lowry picking up the gold. Let's go. Dropping some pizza emojis. Curtis Gore picking up a silver. Shout out to Curtis picking up a silver. And then Blocky, my guy Blocky, picking up the bronze. We are doing, you could always, remember, we decided that we were going to start dropping you can just drop in the emoji for a medal. You don't have to be top 3. You can just give yourself medals now. Crypto Trucker Mike, what's up, dog? Green candles with ETH lagging 70% is not out of the question. No, and I agree with you. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the Ethereum chart and see what is going on with ETH. 1773 currently. Let's share this tab so you guys can see here. We did break that structure, but we are back. We'll pull this down here. And this is a multi-year trend that Ethereum broke, by the way. Because we were measured, like we were doing great right here, right? You could see, that's a little, but we rode this trend all the way up there, touched it, never busted it. We came close right here to coming down there. And then right here, man, we came down, we went back up, but then we dropped like a freaking rock. That Bitcoin dominance, man. That thing is the killer. It's the Bitcoin bull run though, so it makes the most sense. It does make the most sense. So, but what's going on with Gwei? Let's look at that because that's been the funny story. So now, hey, at least we've got a single digit versus a decimal. We got 1.98, so almost 2 Gwei. Remember when that stuff in bull runs was like really, really high? That was a different time, man. That was a different time. Shout out to you guys being here. Thank you so much. Make sure if you are watching the live stream, make sure you smash the like button, hit the heart. If you are listening to the space, you can come up to the stage. That's the point of the space. Let's go. All right. So this is what I want to do. I want to start taking a look at So how I want to format this show starting next week is my morning will consist of, go to the gym like I like to do early on and then come back. And so kind of what I want to do with this new format is use the Web3 breakfast time to do some daily research, right? Let's go through headlines. Let's talk about what the daily narrative is about. I think that that's really important because that kind of sets the tone, at least for, this first half of the morning. And then at 9:30, when the traditional markets open up, we can take a look and see how, the crypto market's reacting in relation to that. Maybe continue on a topic that was, important from, the first half, or a headline or whatever it may be, or maybe even bring in a guest or a panel to have a discussion. And so moving forward, that's kind of like what I would like to do with this time frame of the show, because again, we're going live at 8:45 with some music until 9. Then we'll do Web3 breakfast until 10, between 10 and 10:30 is where it should end every day. And then we've got a music buffer until 11 Eastern, which is the next time. So the next time we'll be doing a live. So I don't believe we're doing all of that today. I think it's just the Web3 breakfast show for this morning. So let's go. Let's go. Last night I got a chance to meet the Atlanta SWE rep. The Atlanta SWE rep. She's awesome. And I think we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff together. And I know that I got a lot of gamers in my community. That's all I'm going to say. Get ready. And you may want to come to the pizza party, the Atlanta pizza party. If you're close by, if you're within a couple hours, I would come. That's all I'm saying right now. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Bitcoin Henry, let's go, brother. Hope you are doing well today. Happy Friday. Guys, if you want to put in your pizza order via the chat, go for it. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. Hey, we got Neil coming up. All right, we'll spin him through the space-time continuum until he gets up here. Let me see here. Let me share this. I just Googled some crypto news. Let's see. What is the first things that jump at us? If you were actually, they probably wouldn't say news. Sometimes we just want to say, if you were just a random person, type in crypto. What's going to come up here? Top story. Now, I think my Google search is probably a little bit more tailored to me because maybe not. It doesn't news about Donald Trump. So top stories. Top normie stories here. U.S. banks, regulators withdraw guidance on crypto activities. The Federal Reserve relaxes crypto partnership rules for banks. That's very interesting. Neil, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing this Friday?
I am doing well. I am actually doing well. Good to hear from you. How about you? How was your week?
Oh, man, this is the longest week of my life, I think.
Really? Is that a good or a bad thing?
No, it's a bad thing. If Tuesday felt like Friday.
What picked up Friday?
I said Tuesday felt like Friday.
Oh God. So you've been living Groundhog Day since Tuesday?
Oh yeah. It's terrible.
Hey, at least crypto pumped a little.
Yeah, got that little pump. Excited about it.
When are we gonna just kind of send? I feel like there is nothing we can do to get gains and keep them. Everything just you get a pump and then it's like, I'm gonna sell it. Just give those gains back. It's frustrating. Like Ondo yesterday.
There's
and I know it's still like,
right now.
What was that?
I just said there's a lot of sellers in the market right now.
But why? Why are people selling? Like, it's just, you see news like that. Like I was just saying, the Federal Reserve is relaxing crypto partnership rules for banks. Like, what the fuck? Very soon, you're going to be able to go into your bank. This is actually funny because we were talking about this last night and someone was saying, fuck the banks. But if you think about this a little bit more pragmatically, like, okay, so not everybody is capable of the self-custody. And I know everybody should be able to. This was part of our thing last night. But not everybody really has the capacity or the desire, maybe, to do the whole decentralized self-custody thing. And so the ability to just go in. There's an echo. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know what. On what? Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't know what that would be. Sorry. Where was I at?
You've been hearing two of me?
Yeah, I guess I don't hear two of you. Does everybody hear two of you?
I don't know. I hear myself after I talk.
You do hear yourself after you talk. That's interesting. I have to get that figured out. All right.
I didn't realize how country I sound, I guess.
Dude, come on. Man, it doesn't show me that you would be echoing, which is wild. Huh. Anyway. Well,
we were talking about sellers in the market and how a lot of people are just freaking out.
Yeah, but it doesn't make okay. So you talk about like these rules, and you talk about the headlines and the rules that you're seeing, and things changing, and it's just so bullish. Like, who's selling? Why would you sell?
I think it's, I don't know. Is that part of the institutional aspect of this, where you get these little pumps and then they capitalize on it, and then here we go again? I don't know. Is it just going to keep moving up slowly?
I mean, it's got to be. It has to be like even if we're just going to go up, it's got to be as uncomfortable as possible, right? Like to make it boring, to shake people out. Like they're not just going to send this thing straight vertical, are they? Isn't that the whole point?
I wish they would, but I don't think they're going to let that happen.
There was one of the guys last night in the crowd he works at like a financial institution, and he was providing some pretty good commentary on some things. And he was saying, like, basically they're trying to figure out, and I'm gonna paraphrase this, and I think you guys will understand what I'm saying here, is that they're trying to figure out ways in order for them to be able to line their coffers, right? They know what's coming. They know what's happening. They know how much money is going to enter this ecosystem, and they just want to make sure that they've got their pockets lined up before this thing sends, because they want to be in the position to capitalize as well. You can't just be people like us.
So gold's market cap is like 22 trillion, right?
Okay. That's crazy to think, because I remember early in my crypto days, the gold market cap was only 10, and that was the whole thing. It's like, when are we going to blow past the market cap of gold at 10 trillion? Man, it's 21 trillion now.
Let me double check that, but I think so.
Yeah, 22.128 trillion. Damn, dude. What are some of the other? Gold market cap estimated 22.143 trillion. What else we got here? Ranking by countries?
I guess all I'm saying is if we could get even, $15 trillion, think about where that is from 1.8 trillion or whatever we're at right now.
All right, here we go. We got, this is something that some people, we talk about every now and then, the largest companies by market cap. And so if you take, let's see, the crypto market cap is 2.97, and the Bitcoin market cap itself is 1.8. So how does that stack up? We would be number 6 behind Google, above Saudi Aramco. So Apple's got a 3.13 trillion market cap, Microsoft 2.8, you got Nvidia 2.5, Amazon 1.9, Google 1.9. So it would fit in. Bitcoin would fit in at number 6, but crypto itself with a man, we're so close to a $2 trillion or a $3 trillion market cap. That would put us at, that's a whole industry though, so I guess that's not really fair. Go crypto. Let's go crypto. Do you think we're going to see, Neil, do you think we're going to see banks offering stable? I think originally it's going to be stablecoin and Bitcoin before it's anything else, naturally. Do you think we'll see banks offering that to customers and clients on a retail scale level this year?
That's kind of something that I don't really understand. with all the, with the capability for everybody to make their own stable coin, how does it hold that value? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't understand how that works.
Like the banks to create like their own stable coin, like the Bank of America bucks or Chase bucks or whatever.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I guess that's how it would work. But I was just thinking, like, all right, well, if Target wants to make their own Target coin, and Walmart wants to make Wall coin, and so on and so forth. How does that work?
Oh, I think it just, you as like the customer or from their side. Because that's just like your in-game currency,
like,
right?
How do they keep it stable?
Probably with market makers, I would think. Like that's a really good question. How do these private or public companies, or however they look at this point with, adding in a currency, if they needed to have a stable coin, how do they keep it there? Hopefully not logarithmic.
Yeah, and I guess maybe that's the thing. Maybe it ends up just being the banks that have the stable coins, and then the institutions or whoever's using them just uses their system.
Well, I mean, like, you got to think like, okay, so Bank of America, let's just use this as the example, right? Like Bank of America has the Bank of America bucks, and that's their digital currency. And whether it's a stable coin, I mean, it would probably make the most sense that it's 1-to-1. And so maybe it's what, the bank overall has, that they can back it, I suppose, right? And so it's backed with customer funds. Is that how that would work? Can you do that as a bank? Because they're just taking your money and lending it out anyway right now with fractional banking. Now with crypto, that's a slippery slope, man. Like now you're talking like what, FTX style shit?
I was just fixing to say that's FTX shit right there.
It's going to be interesting. It's like, how do you ensure that if the banks are custodying crypto on behalf of clients? I mean, proof of reserves, right? We know that that's a thing that the exchanges have. So you could verify it through that. But how do you verify that, your funds are actually there? I mean, it's the blockchain, so that's how you verify it, right? Am I just thinking crazy now?
Maybe a little crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. It's Friday. It's been a long week. I don't know. I just think when that happens, though, when we can actually get to, have grandma go to the bank and start shifting some of the savings over to crypto, that to me that's the mass adoption level and scale that has been missing for quite some time. That puts us there. That is something that we have been saying for years and years and years in this industry, is mass adoption truly happens because there's no metric, right? You don't quantify it with, oh, we've got 300 million wallets. We've done it. We've achieved mass adoption. Now it's more along with the utility of the tech and how it all works and how it shapes into our daily life, which we're starting to see. And you guys have heard me say it's gone from a movement to an industry to part of the global financial ecosystem, right? And so like, this wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, 3-step strategy is happening, and it's happening right now. Again, where movement industry is part of the ecosystem. So I don't know.
There's no doubt in my mind that these institutions are full speed ahead trying to figure out a way to get their fingers on as much of this crypto as they can before everybody else does.
That's the one thing that I hate about all of that is OTC, right? They're all buying OTC, so it doesn't affect the price whatsoever. And that is probably the worst thing to happen to crypto, right? Is the ability to just buy in bulk like that OTC. Because that's what you need. Like if countries around the world were just like, okay, I'm sure Bouquet, like El Salvador, they buy a Bitcoin every day, right? Do they buy that on the open market, or do they have someone, or do they buy OTC?
Man, that's a really good question.
They just have like an exchange account. We DCA 1 Bitcoin a day.
Surely not. Surely not. I think it's like you said, OTC, because what's Saylor or whatever, he buys all his shit OTC as well from Coinbase and et cetera, or whoever he gets it from.
That would make sense that he uses Coinbase. I saw a picture. I was going to comment. Let me see if I can find this. I was going to comment on a Michael Saylor Twitter post, but I held back. I decided not to. It's him on a motorcycle. Here, you guys can see now. Bitcoin is faster, is what he says. That's the post, right? I was gonna post and say, bro, you are definitely not cool enough to post this picture, and you would have to be a fucking idiot to be riding a race bike on a track with no helmet. So he gets no respect for this picture from me at all. Because he's setting a bad example to children, thinking they can just go race motorcycles on a track without a helmet. That's a no-no. Even my 3-year-old daughter knows that safety.
He didn't get on that bike.
What's that?
That's AI, man.
You like it? Did you say he looks good on the bike?
No, I said he didn't get on that bike.
Oh yeah, no.
That's all AI.
I know, but I still got to give him shit. But I decided not to say anything. I didn't want to be mean.
You really can't believe anything anymore. It's all AI.
Bro, I'm telling you, you see some pictures online, and it's like, I literally have to just stop believing what you see. It's like, man, that's not even real. The first thing I don't know about you guys, the first thing I do is look at the hands. I know the hands are getting better on AI images, but you can still pretty much tell if it's an AI image.
It's kind of confusing now because we had filters for so long, and now we have AI, and they're kind of like the same thing. And I don't know. I just quit believing anything, like you said.
It's the world we live in, man. Can't even believe what you see on the internet anymore. Not that you ever could or should have, but you definitely can't anymore. So, all right. So we've got that in the news. Let's look at, and I'm going to open up Crypto Panic.
Hey, I got to run.
All right, my G. Hey, I appreciate you popping up here, man. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Before you go, though, I know you got to run. What kind of pizza you want?
Give me that pepperoni.
Hey. All right. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Okie dokie. Let's go back. Let's go back to our tab here and look at our news here. So that we've got that. Oh, whatever happened with the Trump game? Did that launch? Trump crypto game. Let's take a look for this. Let's see. Well, obviously, no. If you guys are the top 220 Trump coin holders, you get a chance to go to a exclusive dinner at the White House in May. But what happened to the game? Here we go. Wasn't it supposed to start like this week? Trump branded. I don't know. I'll have to do some more research into this, see if that game is out. Huh. All right. Let's go back to, let's see, anything in the Bitcoin news. You guys feel free to come up here and chat. It doesn't have to be just me. We can talk about crypto together. Unless you don't have bull run vibes, unless you're just sad, bearish, at home. You don't want to talk crypto anymore. That's fine. I get it. There he is. All right. ARK and whoa, here we go. Here's a good headline. ARK Invest says $1.5 million Bitcoin is possible if the world cooperates. Giuseppe, I believe the world is cooperating. I believe the governments and nation states are fighting. for crypto and Bitcoin. ARK Invest believes Bitcoin could hit 1.5 million by 2030. There we go. And 2030 is going to be our year, guys. I hope, man, what if we just came to the realization that 2030, no, that pizza in my picture this morning was not real. That was just like the emoji sticker from the iPhone. Because I had it was from earlier this week on a thumbnail photo, but I was doing some weird thing with my hand where it was like a point and a thumb up. And so it just was stupid. So I was like, I'll just cover this with a pizza emoji thing. And I get it. People were just like, dude, at least you could use a real Photoshop picture of a pizza. So definitely not real. Definitely not real. Carrie, my guy, what's up, brother?
Yo, GM, I think only 2 of us caught that, man.
That it wasn't real pizza?
Oh, shit, I'm echoing like a motherfucker, too. I don't like it.
Let's see here.
I speak, and then 2 seconds later, I hear myself.
Okay, now try that.
Okay. You fixed it.
Okay, but now the question is, can anyone else hear it? That's the thing. All right, let me check
if you can hear us. Oh, I don't see any thumbs ups.
All right, we're getting really close. Oh, there's the delay. Okay, we're at the point. Here we go. Here we go. I see a thumb up in the chat. Boom.
Dude, how am I hearing myself so much later than... Jesus, I can't even speak now. I'm all tongue twisted.
So in all of my putting, and so I apologize to Neil and everybody else that had to hear Neil twice. Now I understand. So in everything that I was doing, because in order for me to play the music, route it through the road, the phone with the space, the live stream, and all the things to do the radio thing, I had to put some things on mix minus and some things put them into the main mix, right? And so Bluetooth, which is for the space, was on main mix, and I had to put it into mix minus, which means it doesn't it puts a monitor but not also a duplicate output. So we should be good to go. Let's get it.
Double monitoring, yeah. That's old school, dude. I haven't had to deal with the double monitoring issues. And
I know. Well, it's it's good usually to have sometimes have a redundancy, but when you can't figure out how to turn it off, you feel like a bozo. And as you guys know, I'm a show hijacker. I specifically do these audio issues just so that I could steal people's shows. And so I'm plotting to steal my own at the moment. Stealing my own show and launching it next week.
Yeah. You want to see what's up next week, because next week's going to be interesting, I think. I have a feeling in the cockles of my gut.
I can feel it in my plumes. What do you mean an interesting week? Do you think we're going to see Pumpsville?
Well, I mean, today is this morning isn't too bad. I don't know about Pumpsville, but I mean, we got a little bit of a boost this morning, which is nice. I mean, I saw fucking XYO is up 30% or something, doubled my sack on that almost. It was that was nice to wake up to, because I mean, it's always nice to see a sack almost doubled in size.
Well,
what else?
Well, there's probably a situation where if your sack doubles in size, it could be discomforting.
Yeah, that's when they double up and they're grapefruit size, it's time to see the doctor.
Yeah. So, but when you're you were talking about your crypto sack. Got you.
Yeah, my crypto sacks. Yeah, not my testicle sacks. Jesus. But yeah. If you want to look at the chart for XYO, that one is a fucking monster, dude. I made a ton off of that in 2018? 2019? When was the big 2021? I can't even remember what year is it now? 2026?
That's 2025, yeah. I feel you.
I just got back in from the garage. It's back then it ripped from 0.0002 cents or something to 6 cents. So I made a good knuckle off of that. And right now it's doing the same thing. Like it's just a mover. Like look at the history of XYO, the token. It's gone from like sub-zero to above like 5 cents to back down under a penny to back up. Now it's like a cent something.
Damn, dude, you did a
I'm thinking,
4x in November.
dude,
In like the course of like
that's
3
what I'm
days.
saying. Yeah, it's a ripper. It's like you get it when it's down, and then you hold it, and you just sit on it, and then you wait, and then one day it does a 40% like today, and then you can skim some profits off it. Then you wait for it to go back down under your original investment price, throw in a couple more hundred, and wait for it to pop back up again. It's a fucking ripper.
Dude,
I love that coin.
So it has retraced. It has retraced, like you said, but it was up 94% this morning in just this daily candle. This thing is on a mission today.
Yeah, dude, it's no joke. It's deep in. They're doing like geospatial data gathering.
Okay.
And I think it's like I think they're out of Silicon Valley or something. But like, anyways, they're a couple of dudes, and they made this app, and the app collects geospatial data, like basically how like what your altitude is when you're using the app, how fast you're moving through the air, like if you're in a car, if you're walking. It just gives them a bunch of data about your surroundings, the temperature, all the shit that your phone can collect. It like gives them the data, and then they sell that data back to I don't know who. So, but it's deep in. They've been going for like I said, since 2020. I think 2019 was when they started up. But I've been like paying close attention to the coin, and it's made me a bunch of money, man. Like just on, and it's a micro cap, like too, right? Like straight up micro. So
let's take a look
I don't
at
know.
some
It's
of the
one to
other
just
stuff.
watch. It's not financial advice. Don't go aping into XYO right now. But if it's one to check out and put it on your watch list and watch the thing move, because it moves. When it moves, it moves.
Yeah, and like Gary said, if it's a mover, it pumped 100% today, and it's retraced to 50%. So I would hold off until you see this thing come back down to earth, or at least level off and go into like accumulation zone or whatever, and then or consolidation, however you like to say that, and then that would be your opportunity. But never buy into a pump. Never buy into a pump.
Yeah, no, don't buy it today. Like just look at it today and marvel at like what it is capable of.
Mark your lines, right? Like that's this is a great time to be like, okay. And you can always do more advanced note taking stuff, but like, okay, we love to do this on the afternoon show. Well, I'm gonna have to start doing this during the other time slot next week. But okay, we usually draw a line on something like, okay, this is when we talked about it on the show. This first time we ever brought it up, we've got a line that lets us know. And from there, we can be like, what happened over the course of the next couple days? We can add this chart into. Let's see, I can do that.
Like I wish I had been online to with you guys on the Shrimpin festival, because like this one I would have thrown onto because it was low. Like it was like if you look back to when you guys were like putting together that shrimping portfolio, it was like I think it was like a much lower than it is now. So if we had like dumped some into that one too, like I would just put that on the watch list for the Shrimpin festival, because like it's bound to go down below a penny again. And when it does, snap some of that up, because if we go hit a full on altcoin season, like it went to 10 cents.
Get your 10x, man.
Like easy 10x, 10 banger right there.
Let's go. Speaking of our Shrimpin portfolio, things are looking good. So back on, in case you don't know what Carrie was talking about, back on April 7th, I put together a Shrimpin portfolio, and by Shrimpin, we go to CoinMarketCap. Here, I'll show you exactly what we're doing. If you guys are watching the stream, if you are watching the stream, make sure you smash that like button, hit the heart, tag your friends, do all the things you gotta do. But if you go to CoinMarketCap and you go to this little altcoin season thing right here where it says 15 out of 100, and then you scroll down a little bit, you see the top 100 coin performance over the last 90 days. Let me go full screen on this so you guys can see a little bit better. And so the Shrimpin is one thing that I do love is that you see the metric. Bitcoin is in orange. This is our metric of how is everything else performing in relation to Bitcoin. Usually the things that are performing better, or at least the ones in the green, are dog shit coins. They don't mean anything. Now today might be a little bit different story. No, it's not. Anyway, so Shrimpin is where you come all the way down here to the bottom and you see like, oh, okay, look at how down these things are in the last 90 days. Move, virtual, theta, ray, pi. So we had scooped up Render, Fetch, Graph, Pith, and JASMY. About $100 in each of those on April 7th. Now here's where we are with things. The portfolio is up to 781. So we made a couple $100 on it. Our number one performer, you already guessed it, JASMY. Already guessed it, 83% up. There we go. We're almost doubling up on that one. Fetch, our number two performer, 177. We're up 77% on that. You got Render, 149, so we're up almost 50% on that. And then our two laggers, now they have definitely made up some distance over the last 24 hours. Because they are up more than some other coins are. But you got the Graph up to 135 and Pith up to 135. Those things were at like 110 and like 105 just like a day or two ago. So finally doing some numbers with the Graph and Pith. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so that $500 portfolio up to 781 in the last couple of weeks. This is just our Shrimpin portfolio, guys. So you see some projects that go on this list that are not performing well and they're in the top 100. And if they've got a good name and they've got a really good roadmap or a good project, it's a solid project that you know, why not? Why not try to take advantage of
a great idea,
come
man.
up? Go ahead.
It's a great idea. I mean, especially on days when like there's like not a lot of activity, and I'm feeling like I got some money burning a hole in my pocket, which doesn't happen that often anymore. But like, in the last few months back, I had a little bit of dry powder, and so there'd be the odd flat day, and I'd be like, well, fucking, I gotta throw down like $20 or something. I'm a obsessive compulsive fucking crypto buyer, right? So even when it's going sideways, I'm looking for fucking deals. So that's when I go to the greatest losers section of my centralized exchange, and I find the biggest losers of the day. And if I recognize any of those names as being quality projects, snap them up.
Absolutely, that's the thing.
It's a great strategy, right? And then you've got names in your bag that are quality that you got in the dumpster while they were in the dumpster fire, and then they're almost guaranteed to come back up to like all time. Like if you can get them at all time lows, then you're lucky. But even if you're like down, like some days you just get like a 30 or a 20% dump on some of these great coins. Like Render's been not performing that great, but like it's still a quality project, a good one to pick up, especially if it's been beaten down. And like, I mean, out of all my alts, it's been like probably one of the least well-performing coins in the last like couple of days. But I'm just waiting for another entry point for that one, because like it's not low enough for me quite yet. But I got to stock up on more Render. I mean, I've got like a couple hundred, and that's still not as much as I'd like.
That's one of the most important things you said right there was, just basically you just patient and you wait for the trade to come to you, right? You wait for that opportunity, because we know the markets, they ebb and flow, man. And, these things that pump tend to come back down, and they come back to the levels. I think, it's funny. There's this one strategy when people talk about like leverage trading is like, if you're going to put in your order, set your order up, and then figure out what your liquidation level is, and then actually set your order there, because how many times do you get so fucking close to getting liquidated? And so just set your order a little bit lower, and you can do that same thing with a spot buy, right? You can try to figure out like, oh man, like, if I were to leverage trade this, and where would it go? Like, that's where you should put your order in. And there is some consistency to that. Obviously it's a hit or miss thing, and it's market sentiment and how the volatility and all that stuff's going, but just tools, man, just tools of experience. All right. I got a comment on YouTube from the Fun family that said, yo, look at Devi, huge cup and handle. So we have formed the cup. Now, speaking of, here, let me pull this up so you guys can see this here. There you go. So we have formed the cup, and so now we need to work on, where does the measured move take the handle after liftoff? And so that would be up here at $3.27, right? That would be from where it is currently, a 3.36x. You can get yourself a little bit over a 3x if this does happen, if this thing does pump to 325, which would be based on this cup and handle pattern. Which, by the way, really quick story. The other day, I was drinking coffee, and something frustrating in my mind and had whatever, and so I was just holding my coffee cup, and I'll go full screen so you guys can see. I was there just like talking to Whit, and we were just talking back and forth, and we had said something, and I just thought in my mind, I was just like, oh, that made me frustrated. Now I wasn't frustrated with Whit, it was about this person that was in this conversation, and I was doing, and like I wasn't even thinking about it. It was like a Hulk moment. I just like ripped the handle off my coffee cup, and we both looked at each other. We're like, "Oh shit, that was wild." So that is
Was
my
it a
story.
ceramic mug?
What's that?
Was it a ceramic mug or like a plastic
It was a ceramic.
Like
it was my. It was
7-Eleven.
It was a ceramic coffee cup, and it was my favorite. It was the one that I use every single day, or I used almost every day. It was wild. It was wild, dude. It was. We were having a conversation about someone we all know and hate.
Beast, man. Who tears the handle off a fucking ceramic mug when they're angry?
When I wasn't even angry. Dude, it wasn't even. I was not angry. It was just like, you guys probably know who I'm talking about, who we were talking about, like something with that, and I was just like, oh, that, and like I was just. Like it was, I didn't mean to. My coffee cup was in my hand. I was drinking coffee. There was still in it. Like it was just one of those moments where I just went straight fucking Incredible Hulk and just like ripped the handle off my mug. I was like, oh no. So I need to get a new coffee cup right now. I'm rocking my Still Austin Whiskey Co. Yeti. This is probably a whiskey cup, but I use this as my coffee cup. It's a good one. However, it doesn't fit in any cup holders except for the new caddy. Let's go. Finally, I can take my coffee on the road with me and not like in the Telluride. This thing fits in nothing. So like I would just like bounce it on the dashboard. And sometimes, you'd hit a bump or you'd take a turn and like it goes to like slide off or fall and just spill all your coffee. So no more of that. Thank goodness.
You bought a Cadillac, man?
No. As it turns out, my guy AJ Writes Crypto, you guys know, good friend of mine, him and I had come pretty close over the last year and a little bit more, working next to each other across the hall from each other at the studio. And then we collaborated a little bit, when we all left the studio. But right as he was getting ready to leave town, he had asked me, he's like, hey, are you interested in having the caddy? And I was like, bro, that would be huge. And so he gave me his CTS. This thing it's super rad, dude. Super awesome. I am just, when I think about it, to have someone on your side, have someone in your life, someone in your corner that is willing to do something like that. And, he's very fortunate. And, it was just a cool thing to have a friend do. So now, we were a one-car family for a long time. And so now, now I've got the freedom and the capacity to do more, go out, go to the ABC, to the Blockchain Center in Atlanta and, collaborate more, go to these events, get out more and become, really more present here in my local area. And maybe even farther, now that we've got some ability to be a little bit more mobile. So a lot more coming at us, guys. I'm changing the content flow next week because it has to, and I really think it's going to be beneficial. It's beneficial for me. It's beneficial for collaborations and other people in the growth, and plus with my family, how I can kind of condense my day, and then when the day's over, I can go enjoy them and spend some time with them. So as we know, that is one of the biggest challenges of Web3 is maintaining a work-life balance or a crypto life balance, whatever it is, however you decide to do that. So that's important to me. It's important that I spend a little more quality time with my family too. Even though it's a bull run, I know we got to be in the trenches and all that. I'm not a young trench warrior like some of the other people in Web3 and crypto are. I'm a dad. I get tired.
I'm glad you found a compromise that works for all you guys, man. Because I was worried that is this the last I'm gonna ever hear of J Chains?
No, I ain't going nowhere, man. I was like, no. No, and so it's a much better thing for me. So I went to college. When I went to college, I went for broadcast communications. I was on my college radio. It is something that I've always enjoyed. It's a passion of mine. And so to be able to kind of turn my content into more of a passion and how I present it, and be able to integrate, more of our collaborations, you being able to spin some music. And so now, more people, because a lot of this is going to go on the W3BC media account, which has a much larger following. I did neglect it for a long time, so the engagement is low, but it's got a very large following on there. It's that account has followed me from my Beards and Bitcoin days. It's Beards and Bitcoins, but I know people hate the plural of Bitcoin, so I refuse to use it now. Even though back in the day, I would have fought you. I would have fought you that the plural of Bitcoin is Bitcoins, but
I'd give my mother a stern warning. She'd be like, "What's this,
Mom? Don't you do it again?
Drop the S. Drop that S right now.
Don't make me."
Now she's like, she made fun of Trump the other day because Trump said Bitcoins. She's like, he doesn't even know how to say it right. He's like, oh, the Bitcoins are going to be made in the United States. And she's like, did he just say Bitcoins? What in the shit is that?
We got the best. The Bitcoins that are mined, made, and minted in America, they're the best.
Jason Schmelzer wants to know,
mute myself.
Do you guys think Pith will get over $1 again? I do, but my whole thing is Pith needs Chainlink to be super successful first, and then Pith, it'll have its time. It's like the little cousin that its bigger cousin is they're both in the Oracle world, but Chainlink is like the chosen one right now, and so that one needs to do its time, even though it's kind of already done its time. But now we're getting to the big show here, especially with RWAs and stuff. So Chainlink's got to be successful, and then that success will bring the competition. So then more oracles will step up, and Pith, in my opinion, right now is the best solution. It's just not the most popular.
What makes Pith superior to Chainlink, in your opinion?
So it's how the network is set up. So Pith is actually straight to source, whereas like if you were to think like Chainlink goes, it's like Chainlink will go to Coin Market Cap to get the price or something like that, right? Whereas Pith will go straight to like the source for the data that it needs. It's a little bit different how the network's set up. It's it's a decentralized Oracle network versus a network of decentralized oracles. If that makes any kind of sense to you guys.
Absolutely. They just cut out the middleman kind of a deal.
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought they were based on Solana. I thought that was the Pith thing. Was they were the Solana answer to Chainlink.
Yep.
It is, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Cool. So there's room for both of them to exist.
This is true.
Really? If you think about it, why does it have to come down to just one? If Solana exists and Ethereum exists, then wouldn't both of them need Oracle solutions?
You're bringing up really good points here, Kerry. I'm not gonna, and I think that's absolutely valid.
I know I'm not known for my great points.
No, you are. You are absolutely
mostly
known for great
jokes
points,
and DJing.
Oh, DJ. Was it DJ Kerry, or do you have a DJ name?
No, it's not DJ Kerry. I was the Lorax long time ago.
The Lorax?
I was speaking for the trees. Yeah.
Okay.
Spinning old wax records.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, is it 10 o'clock already? How the hell did that happen?
What?
It was like 9:30, and I was like, oh man, J-Chains needs help. So I stuck my mic in my hand, and then now it's 10. Yeah, wow.
Well,
I feel like we've been talking for a half hour though.
Time flies when you're having fun, buddy. Time flies, and I had fun, man. It was fun. It was fun hanging out. A quick show. That's how it works. But remember, next week things are a little different. And I guess before we do go, Kerry, I want to know. Hey, Mamma Mia, Papa Pia, Kerry wants the pizzeria.
I want an extra rainbow pizza today.
Ooh, double rainbow?
Heavy on the rainbow.
Have you ever seen an actual double rainbow in real life?
No. Yes, I have.
It's double gay.
In Ontario here, we've had double rainbows a couple times yet. Oh my God. So I guess that's it for what you and on your pizza today.
So on my pizza, I will be having a side of crypto meetup. So make sure if you are in the Smyrna, Georgia, the Atlanta metro, if you are in the area tonight, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Rudy Sourdough in Smyrna, Georgia, we are having an old school crypto meetup. So tune in, tap in. We'll be getting some content, doing some marketing shots, all that kind of stuff, so that we can start getting ready for more of these. And hopefully, as you know, we spread out and do conferences and other things, we can, you know, be more formal with this this offering of the meetups and all that stuff. So Sandra dropping a comment, wants a stuffed crust pizza with extra cheese and mushies, some mushrooms. So sounds delicious. All right, I think that's it, guys. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything from me, I will be around.
Spectacular day.
Spectacular. Double rainbow kind of day. Make sure. All right. This is it. Have a great weekend. And now you guys know the drill. You know me well enough by now. You know what I'm about to say. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. And then we got Sunday. And then we got Monday. So technically just 3. I was about to count 4, but that's 3. We can't count today. Well, we could, but then Monday couldn't count because it's going to be the morning. Well, we'll just go with 3 days to improve by 1% or more on average. It is a weekend. Sometimes, including myself, we'll take a step or 2 or 3 or more back. But it's all about how you rally from there and keep pushing forward and making yourself the best version of you that you can be. And if you are just consistent with that in your mindset, even if you have days where you step backwards a little bit, it's okay, because you know you're going to get those steps back. So have yourselves a great weekend. I love you guys. That's it for now. Let's go.